Hello, my friends, and welcome to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World. Today we are continuing our 1963 Milwaukee Braves replay, and we got something a little extra fun tonight, and that is a scheduled doubleheader for the Milwaukee Braves. They are in New York in the Polo Grounds. Our date today is April 21st, 1963, and we have a doubleheader scheduled for games 12 and 13 of the Braves season, so they're not messing around. They're getting those doubleheaders started early. The Milwaukee Braves have a record of 8-3 in my replay. In real life, it was 7-4. 8-3 in the replay is good enough for first place right now by a 1/2 game. The opposing pitchers in Game 1 will be Tony Cloninger for the Braves against Jay Hook for the New York Mets. And in Game 2, it'll be Lou Burdette for the Braves against Galen Cisco for the Mets. In real life, the Mets actually, the 1963 Mets actually swept this doubleheader in real life, so we'll see what happens in our replay. Okay, so we're going to get 2 in tonight, make some progress on our replay, and see if the Braves can hold on to first place. With no further ado, let's get to tonight's starting lineup. The visiting Milwaukee Braves, leading off in center field, Ty Klein. Batting second at second base, Frank Bowling. Batting third and right field, Henry Aaron. Batting fourth at third base, Eddie Matthews. Batting fifth at first base, not Del Crandall, it's Norm Larker. Batting sixth in left field, Lee May. Batting seventh behind the plate, Joe Torre. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Roy McMillan. And on the mound, with pitchers hitting card number 7, it's Tony Cloninger. And he was 9-11 with a 3.78 earned run average in both starting and relief assignments in 1963. At that time, young right-hander. You'll see that I use the as-played lineups, my friends, because if we don't, heads explode all over this great land of ours. So we don't want to do that. And Joe Bryan, of course, makes these available on the Sideline Strategy website for your use in a payoff pitch replay. Very nice. All of your ratings are in here, so it's great. All right, for the homestanding New York Mets, Casey Stengel's lineup goes like this. Jim Hickman leads off in center. Ron Hunt bats second at second base. Duke Snider bats third in right field. Frank Thomas bats fourth in left field. Ed Kranepool bats fifth at first base. Choo Choo Coleman bats sixth and does the catching. Charlie Neal bats seventh. He'll play third. Al Moran bats eighth. He'll play shortstop. And Jay Hook, with pitcher's hitting card number 11, is on the mound. In 1963, he started and relieved as well. Was 4-14 with a 5.48 earned run average and 152 innings of work. Those are your starting lineups for game number 1 of our doubleheader. Ty Klein steps in the batter's box, and here's the first pitch of our twin bill from Jay Hook. That's an in-play result, and that's going to be a base hit to left field. So Ty Klein goes the other way and gets us started with a single. Now it's Bowling. Mets infield moves to double played up. The pitch is a tough result. Bowling pops it up. Ed Kranepool in fair territory is going to take it for out number 1. Henry Aaron comes to the plate now. Hook, the stretch, and the delivery to the hammer. It is a base hit for Aaron. This goes to center field. Stopping at second is Klein. The Braves have 2 on with 1 out for third baseman Eddie Matthews. Hook, the stretch, and the pitch to Eddie Matthews is a tough result, and a 70 is grounded to Al Moran. Double play numbers, a 6 for Hook, a 6 for Matthews. And Moran goes to Hunt for 1, and that's all they're going to get. A hard slide from Henry Aaron breaks up 2. Klein goes to third. Matthews safe at first. There's Braves at the corners for Norm Larker. Hook, the stretch, and the delivery to Larker is a ballpark result, and that's a wheelhouse for Norm Larker against the right-hander Hook. But not as good as you would think. A comebacker gloved by Hook. He turns and throws to Cranepool, and the Braves are retired. Turned away in the first. They get nothing on 2 hits. They leave 2. Bottom of the first coming, no score at the Polo Grounds in New York. Cloninger will face Hickman, Hunt, and Snyder in the Mets' first inning. The pitch from Tony is a ballpark result. That'll be in play for Hickman. And popped up. Frank Bowling, just barely into the right field grass, makes the catch for out number 1. Here's Ron Hunt. Cloninger winds and deals to Hunt. Patient result, and that is a base hit for Hunt into center field. Klein gets it back in. 1 out, 1 on for the Mets. Now it's Snyder with the infield playing for 2. Cloninger, the stretch, and the delivery. That's an in-play result, and that's hit in the air to right. Henry Aaron is under it toward the line, makes the catch. Hunt retreats to first, and there's 2 outs. Now it's Thomas. Cloninger, the stretch, and the delivery to him. Thomas hits it on the ground to Roy McMillan, who's going to flip to Frank Bowling covering second, and that'll retire the Mets in the first. We go to the top of the second with no score at the Polo Grounds. May, Torrey, and McMillan coming up for the Braves in inning number 2. Got a big twin bill coming tonight. Braves hoping to extend their first place lead here on April 21st, 1963. Hook winds and deals. That's an in-play result. Ground ball to Charlie Neal at third base. He gloves it to his left. Throws to Cranepool for out number 1. Now it's Torrey. The pitch. Patient result. And a base hit for Joe Torre into center field. Jim Hickman gets it back in. 1 out, 1 on for the Braves. Roy McMillan up. Cloninger on deck. The pitch to Roy is a patient result. And ground ball to Moran. Double play numbers. A 6 for McMillan. A 6 for Hook. Moran goes to Hunt for 1, and the relay to Cranepool is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 6-4-3 double play turned by the Mets. We go to the bottom of 2. No score at the Polo Grounds. Cranepool, Choo-Choo Coleman, and Charlie Neal coming up 5, 6, 7 in inning number 2. All right. Cloninger, I'm throwing dice all over the room. Cloninger's pitch to Cranepool is a wheelhouse. That's an in-play result. And that's going to be grounded to Roy McMillan. He cuts it off from going up the middle. Plants and throws to Norm Larker at first base for out number 1 in the bottom of the second. Choo-Choo is up now, batting 6th today. Cloninger winds and deals. That's a patient result for Choo-Choo. And that's a base hit to center field. Second hit allowed by Cloninger. 1 out, 1 on for the Mets. Double play depth for the Braves. They want to turn one now. Neal up there. Cloninger the stretch and the delivery. It's a patient result. And this is going to be a base hit for Charlie Neal. Let's see where it goes. Center field. Choo-choo is going to go to third. Ty Klein's throw comes into second. There's Mets at the corners with 1 out now, and Al Moran comes up. Cloninger the stretch. The hook is on deck. The pitch to Moran. A ballpark check. That's a 78. That'll be in play for Moran. And popped up. That's what they needed. Bowling under it on the infield dirt. Calling and taking for out number 2. And here is Hook. Cloninger the stretch. The pitch to Jay Hook is a tough result. And hey, struck him out. The broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. We go to the third. Cloninger, Klein, and Bowling coming up. Braves nothing, Mets nothing. Cloninger is a hitting card 7. Hook winds and deals. That's in play. Line drive caught by Hunt. 1 down in the Braves' third. Now it's Klein. 1 for 1 for Ty. Tough result. Hey, struck him out on the broccoli cauliflower medley with a little nacho cheese. Gassy. Bowling up now 0 for 1. The pitch. In play for Frank. Ground ball to Ed Kranepool. He's going to take it to the bag himself at first. And that'll retire the Braves 1-2-3 in inning number 3. Bottom of the third coming, and both teams have what the little boy shot at. Nothing. Hickman, 0 for 1. Cloninger kicks and deals. Ballpark check. A 60 will be a wheelhouse to Hickman against the right-hander Cloninger. Hickman corks it to left field. Base hit, a strong base hit to left field. Drops in front of Lee May. And the Mets have a leadoff man on in the third. Here's Ron Hunt. Double played up for the Bravos. Cloninger, the stretch and the delivery is a 71. He hit him. No surprise there. Cloninger just dotted Ron Hunt. 2 on for the Mets with nobody out. Snyder coming up. Cloninger, the stretch, the pitch to the Duke. In play. And cork to center field. This is going to get over Ty Klein's head. Scoring easily is Hickman. Hunt is going to be waved around third. He will score. The relay throw to Eddie Matthews at third is late, and it's a 2-run triple for Duke Snyder. Mets lead 2-0 in the bottom of the third. In game number 1, Frank Thomas, 0 for 1. The pitch from Cloninger is a patient result. Ground ball Bowling. He's back, and he's going to throw to Larker. Snyder scores, and it's 3-0 Mets. 1 down now in the third. Here's Kranepool. Ed is 0 for 1. The pitch from Cloninger is a wheelhouse. A hanger to the Ed Kranepool against the right-hander Cloninger. He hits it hard to third. Matthews with a diving stop to his left. Gets up, fires to Larker, and there's 2 down now. And Choo-choo coming up. Cloninger kicks and deals. Tough result to Choo-choo, and hey, got him on a bender. 2 strikeouts for Cloninger, but the Mets score 3 times on 2 hits. They don't leave anybody. We go to the fourth. It's New York 3, Milwaukee nothing. In the Braves' fourth, it's Henry Aaron, Eddie Matthews, and Norm Larker against Jay Hook. Somebody's hitting Jay Hook because he's got a .548 earned run average. The pitch to Aaron. Wheelhouse, a hanger to Aaron, but it's just going to be in play. And to left, but not deep. Frank Thomas in his tracks makes the catch for out number 1. Here's Matthews, 0 for 1 for Eddie. Hook winds and deals. That is to right field. Duke Snyder into right center, gets there and makes the catch for out number 2. Here's Larker at 0 for 1 today. Hook kicks and delivers. An in-play result for Larker. It's hit in the air to left. Frank Thomas is there and makes the catch for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 shutdown fourth for Jay Hook. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Mets 3, Braves nothing. Cloninger gets the bottom third of the Mets order in the fourth. It's Neal, Moran, and Hook. Charlie Neal is 1 for 1. Cloninger winds and delivers. That's a tough result. 77 is lifted in the air to center field. Ty Klein is there for out number 1. Al Moran is 0 for 1. Cloninger winds and delivers. In play, Combacker, gloved by Cloninger. Nice play by Tony. He throws to Larker for out number 2. Now it's Hook. The pitch to Jay Hook is a patient result and a base hit for Jay Hook to center field. Ty Klein gets it back in. 2 outs and a base runner for the Mets. Here's the top of the order with Jim Hickman. Cloninger, the stretch, the delivery to Hick is a tough result, and hey, struck him out. Pork and beans. Gas. The 5th is coming. Mets 3, Braves nothing in Game 1 of tonight's Twin Bill. It's May, Torrey, and McMillan. Let me know in the comments if you like doubleheaders on your YouTube channels. Trying this out as an experiment, see if we'll do more of them. All right, May, 0 for 1. The pitch from Hook is a defense check. A 66 is an error check for third baseman Charlie Neal. He is a 3. 54-99. He makes the play to his left. He gloves it. He throws to Cranepool, and there's one gone in the Braves' 5th. Now it's Torrey. Joe Torrey up there with 1 out and nobody aboard. He singled back in the 2nd. The pitch from Hook. Patient result, he walked him. So 1 out and 1 on for Milwaukee. Roy McMillan coming up. No sign of John Shuck, Rock Hudson, or Susan St. James. The pitch to McMillan from Hook is a defense check. That's an 83. It's an error check for Al Moran. He's a 3. Usually count on Al Moran to boot one. And he does. Let's see how badly. It's a 1-base error, an E6 for Moran. Advancing to second is Torrey. There's 2 Braves on with 1 out now for Cloninger, who could hit a little bit. World Series homer coming up in his future. Cloninger is 0 for 1 in this game. The pitch from Hook. He's not bunting. That's a tough result. And a base hit. No, yes, a base hit for Cloninger. Blooped into right. Torrey had to hold to see if it would be caught. He advances to third. McMillan goes to second. The bases are dripping with Braves. And it's Ty Klein coming to the plate. Milwaukee with their best scoring chance in the ball game. Only 1 man out. The Mets are playing back for 2. The pitch from Hook is a tough result. And 85 is grounded to Ron Hunt. Double play numbers, a 6 for Klein, a 6 for Hook. Hunt goes to Moran for 1, and the relay to Crane Pool is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 4-6-3 double play turned by the Mets. We're halfway through this one, and Jay Hook is throwing a shutout. I said Jay Hook is throwing a shutout. Ron Hunt, Duke Snider, and Frank Thomas coming up in the bottom of the 5th for New York. Cloninger. Wow. The pitch from Cloninger to Hunt. It is a tough result. That's hit in the air to right. Henry Aaron coming in, and he's going to make the catch for out number 1. Now it's Snider. The Duke hit a 2-run triple in the 3rd to start the scoring for the Mets. The pitch to him now. Ground ball, Eddie Matthews. Gloves it, throws to Larker, and there's 2 gone in the Mets' 5th. Here's Thomas. Frank is 0 for 2. The pitch to him is a wheelhouse, and it's a hanger. Against the right-handed Cloninger, this is going to be a base hit. A single for Thomas to left field. Here comes Crane Pool with 2 outs and Thomas at first. Ed is 0 for 2. Cloninger, the stretch. The delivery is a patient result. 35. Corked. And is going to get in the gap. Splitting Klein and Aaron. Thomas is going to be waved around 3rd. The relay coming from Bowling to Torrey is late. Thomas scores on the double by Crane Pool. It's 4-0 Mets. In the bullpen, starting for the Braves, it's Hank Fisher. Choo Choo is up there now. He's 1 for 2. Cloninger the stretch, and the pitch to Choo Choo is hit in the air to right. High but not deep. Henry Aaron is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. The Mets get a run on 2 hits in the bottom of the 5th. They leave 1. We go to the 6th with your score. New York 4. Milwaukee 0 in game 1 of our doubleheader. Jay Hook continues in the game because he's allowed 2 runs or less. He's pitching a shutout. He's allowed 4 hits, 1 walk. He has struck out 1. Bowling, Aaron, and Matthews, the 2, 3, 4 hitters in the Milwaukee order, coming up in the top of the 6th. The pitch from Jay Hook is a patient result, and he walks Bowling. So the Braves have a base runner to lead off the 6th. Here's Henry Aaron. Aaron is 1 for 2. The pitch from Hook is in play. Line drive caught by Ron Hunt. There's 1 down. Eddie Matthews 0 for 2. Hook the stretch, the delivery in play. And popped up. Ron Hunt on the infield dirt is going to take it for out number 2. Norm Larker is 0 for 2. You're making Jay Hook look like a Cy Young Award winner. The pitch. Patient result, but hit in the air to right. Duke Snider in his tracks will make the catch for out number 3. Hook's shutout continues. We go to the bottom of the 6th with the score New York 4, Milwaukee 0. Going to see a double switch now. Fisher is going to come on and pitch for the Braves. He will bat in the number 5 spot. We're going to get a new first baseman for Milwaukee. And that's going to be Len Gabrielson, and he's going to bat in the 9 spot. So Gabrielson and Fisher are in. Cloninger and Larker are out. And for the Mets in the 6th, it'll be Neal, Moran, and Hook coming up as they look to extend their 4-0 lead. Neal is 1 for 2. Fisher kicks and delivers. That's a patient result, and it's a rare play. So let's see what happens here on a rare play patient with nobody on base. Here we go. Yep. So we roll, we get a 72. Umpire misses an obvious strike. The batter walks. All pitchers rattled. All patient results for the remainder of the inning are automatic walks. Well, that's not what Bobby Bragan was looking for. Charlie Neal, Hank Fisher's struggles continue. Al Moran up there. On deck is Hook. The pitch from Fisher is a patient result. That's a walk. 2 on. Nobody out. I got to get the bullpen going. Bob Sadowski starts to throw for the Braves. Moran at first. Neal at second. Hook at the plate. Let's check Jay's bunting. He is an A bunter, so they're going to have him lay one down. Fisher the stretch, and the pitch to Jay Hook is, look at this, a break for the Braves. Popped to Fisher. He fires to Gabrielson at first, and it's a 1-3 double play. Neal holds at second, 2 down in the Mets 6th. So a bad bunt by Jay Hook. He pops it to Fisher, and Al Moran was too far off the bag. Fisher threw to Gabrielson. They doubled him up. Now Fisher to Hickman. Tough result, and he struck him out. Pork and beans. Gas. You don't want to make Hank Fisher angry, my friends. It's just a bad idea. All right, we go to the 7th. Lee May, Joe Torre, and don't tell me, Roy McMillan. 6, 7, 8 coming from Milwaukee against Jay Hook, who's throwing a shutout. All right, 0 for 2 is Lee May. Hook winds and deals. That's in play. 63 hit in the air to left. That's Frank Thomas. And that's 1 down in the Braves 7th. Here's Joe Torre, 1 for 1. Hook kicks and deals. That's a tough result. That's a rare play. Rolling a lot of them. Tough result with nobody on base. We got a 41. Tough results will become patient because of a bad call. All right. The next delivery to Torre from Hook. In play. Base hit for Torre to center field. Might be the start of something. 1 out, 1 on from Milwaukee. Here comes Roy McMillan. Hook the stretch, the pitch. Defense check. It's a 74. A 74 is an error check for Al Moran. He is a 3. And he boots it again. Throw it away. He does. Al Moran airmails one over the head of Ed Kranepool. Torrey's going to go to third. McMillan to second before Ron Hunt runs it down in foul territory. And here comes Len Gabrielson for his first at-bat of the game. That's going to get Casey on the phone and getting some action going in the Mets bullpen. Don Skid Row starts to throw along with Tracy Stallard. Lefty-righty double-barreled action. Just the way Casey likes it whenever he's in the Big Apple. Second and third, the Mets infield playing back. There's one out in the seventh. Hook, the stretch, the delivery to Gabrielson is a defense check. That's a 34. It's a range check to the kitchen. Oh my God, I smell gas. It's a range check. Frank Thomas, range is a C in left field. Is he going to run this down? 46 to 99, he will. He doesn't. He does not run it down. It's going to drop in, and it's going to bounce away from him. Gabrielson around first, heading to second. Torrey scores. McMillan scores. The throw from Thomas all the way to Ron Hunt is late. Gabrielson is safe on a headlong slide. 4-2 Mets now with a big two-run double by Len Gabrielson. And here comes Ty Klein. Casey's on the top step of the dugout. Klein is 1 for 3. Hook, the stretch. The delivery is a patient result to Klein. And a base hit for Ty Klein. This goes to right field. They're waving Gabrielson in. Duke Snyder hits Cranepool with the cutoff, and it's a 4-3 ball game. Yikes. Here comes Casey. That's it for Jay Hook. All right. It's going to be Tracy Stallard coming in, and he's going to bat in the number 9 spot. I'll give you Jay Hook's numbers. 6 1/3 innings. He allowed 7 hits. He walked 2 batters. He struck out 1. He allowed 3 runs so far. And we'll see how many become earned. Bowling is up. Stallard is on. He's a right-hander. Of course, gave up the big one to Roger Maris. He was 6-17 with a 471 earned run average in 1963. So I'll leave you to your own conclusions. Bowling is up. At first is Klein. There's 1 out in the 7th. Henry Aaron is on deck. The pitch from Bowling to Klein is a defense check. That's an 85. It's an error check from Moran. Is he going to boot his 3rd of the game? He is a 3. He just did. Throw it away. Nope, off his glove, a clank, and that's his 3rd error in 3 innings. 2 on now with Aaron coming up. Chance for the Braves to continue the damage. Eddie Matthews is on deck. There's only 1 man out. Skid Row is ready in the bullpen for New York. Aaron is 1 for 3. Stallard, the stretch, and the delivery is an in-play result. Ground ball, Ron Hunt. Double play numbers, 5 for Stallard, 6 for Aaron. Hunt goes to Moran for 1, and the relay to Cranepool is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 4-6-3 double play turned by the 1963 New York Mets. But the Braves get 3 in the 7th. On 3 hits, they're back in the game. It's time to stretch them out at the Polo Grounds with your score. Mets 4, Braves 3. 2, 3, 4 hitters coming for New York. In the bottom of the 7th, it's Hunt, Snyder, and Thomas. The pitch from Hunt to Hunt from Hank Fisher is an in-play result. No, it's not. It's a wheelhouse. 95 is hit in the air to left. Lee May with room makes the catch for out number 1. Here's Snyder. The Duke is a patient result. He walks him. Braves bullpen starts to cook again. Sadowski and the phenom Dan Schneider, lefty-righty double-barreled action, just the way Bobby Bragan likes it whenever he's in Fun City. 1 out, 1 on in the bottom of the 7th. The Mets are looking for insurance, or, as they say in Central Illinois, insurance. Thomas is 1 for 3 of the pitch. Tough result. Hit in the air, left field. Lee May makes a nice running catch in the gap. Snyder retreats to first. There's 2 outs now for Cranepool. Fisher the stretch. The pitch to Ed Cranepool. Patient result. Base hit for Cranepool. This will get into center field. Ty Klein gets it back in. Snyder stops at second. There's 2 on with 2 outs for the Mets. And Choo-Choo coming up. He's 1 for 3. Fisher the stretch. The pitch to Choo-Choo. Tough result. Hit in the air to right. High but not deep. Henry Aaron is there. And the Mets are retired in the bottom of the 7th. We go to the 8th. With your score, Mets 4, Braves 3. Stallard out for inning number 2 of work. He'll face Matthews, Hank Fisher's pitcher spot, and Lee May. 4, 5, 6 batters in the 8th. Stallard to Matthews is a tough result. And it's lined by Matthews into the opposite field down the line. Frank Thomas has to go get it. Matthews around first. He's got a leadoff double in the 8th. He's the potential tying run for Milwaukee. Hank Fisher's night is done, at least in game 1. He did do okay. 2 innings of work, 1 hit, 3 walks, and a strikeout, but most importantly, no runs crossed the plate. All right, so coming up for Fisher, will be Don Dillard, backup outfielder. Dillard will bat for Fisher. We're in the 8th. Stallard the stretch. The pitch to Dillard is a ballpark result. A 59 is a wheelhouse check for Don Dillard. Did he get it? He hung one. And it's hit in the air to center. Long run. Jim Hickman makes the catch. Is Matthews going to tag? No. Dillard flies out to Hickman. Matthews holds, and now it's May. May is 0 for 3. Stallard the stretch, and the delivery is a wheelhouse. A hanger to right and deep. Back goes Snyder. Down the line, it's gone. A 2-run bomb for Lee May, and the Braves lead 5-4. Stallard gives up the long one. Torrey is up now. 1 out in the 8th. The pitch from Stallard in play. 65, hit in the air to right. Toward the line. Snyder's getting his road work in. There's 2 down. Here's McMillan. 0 for 3. The pitch. Patient result. And hit by McMillan into right field. Drops around first, heading to second. Snyder's throw to Moran is late. McMillan with a double. Here comes Casey Stengel. He wants Don Skid Row to take over the pitching chores here in the 8th to take on the left-handed Gabrielson. Stallard's day is done after 1 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. He gave up the lead on a home run to Lee May. Not that Lee May. So Rowe is on. The new first baseman will be Harkness, and he will bat ninth. So Rowe and Harkness are in. Cranepool and Stallard are out for the Mets. Alrighty, so I think we are ready to go now. Gabrielson is up against the left-hander. They're going to hit for him. It's going to be Tommy Aaron, and he will take over at first base. Aaron will pinch hit here for Gabrielson, who delivered a huge double last inning to get the Braves on the board. Now they've got an insurance run at second. There's 2 outs. Don Rowe, 26 games, 1 start, 54 innings, no record, and a 4.28 earned run average. Against the right-handed batting Tommy Aaron, the pitch from Rowe is a tough result. 42, hey, struck him out. He humped up on that fastball and got the Mets out of the 8th. The Braves get 2, though, and on 3 hits, they leave 1. They take the lead in the 8th. It's a 5-4 Braves lead. The new pitcher for Milwaukee in the bottom of the 8th is going to be the phenom Dan Schneider. The left-hander will face Neal, Moran, and Hook unless Casey Stengel goes to his bench for some pinch hitters. Braves lead 5-4. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Dan Schneider, 30 games, 3 starts, 1-0 record with a 309 earned run average in 1963. He's a lefty. He's in there because the guy I'm worried about is Harkness. And so, try a lefty-lefty matchup there. Bob Sadowski is throwing in the bullpen for the Braves. Alongside him is Claude Ramon. All right, so Schneider to Neal. Starting the 8th inning, it's 5-4 Milwaukee, the pitch. In play result and a base hit for Neal. Goes to center field, and the Mets have the tying run aboard. Here's Al Moran. No big secret what he's going to be asked to do here by Casey Stengel. He is a B buncher. And the pitch from Schneider is, he gets it down, just barely. Gloved by Matthews, who fires to Bowling, covering at first, and that'll move Neal to second base with 1 out. Now it's Harkness. This is why Schneider's in the game. Harkness has some power on the bench. They've got some right-handed bats, but they're going to stick with Harkness. Schneider the stretch and the pitch to Tim Harkness. Patient result. Ground ball, Roy McMillan. That's going to hold Neal at second. And he makes the play to Tommy Aaron, the new first baseman for the Braves, at first for the putout. And there's 2 gone in the bottom of the 8th, and now it's Hickman. Going to leave Schneider in to face Hickman, the pitch. Patient result, hit in the air to right and deep. Back goes Aaron. Warning track. Makes the catch for out number 3. 1 more biscuit for breakfast, and Jim Hickman gives the Mets the lead. But no, we go to the 9th. Braves 5, Mets 4. Game 1 of our twin bill tonight. Don Skid Row is going to face Ty Klein, Frank Bowling, and Henry Aaron. The top three in the Braves order in the top of the ninth. Row to Klein is a ballpark result. That is a wheelhouse for Klein, but it's against a lefty, so it's not going to be too good. Ground ball to Al Moran, who's had all sorts of defensive trouble in game one. He makes the play, though, to Harkness this time for out number one. Here's Bowling. 0 for 3. Row winds and deals. This is a tough result for Bowling. Ground ball. This time, Charlie Neal is up with it. He throws to Harkness, and there's 2 gone. Now it's Aaron. You can bet he's not going to get anything good to hit with Matthews, the left-handed batter, on deck. The pitch to the hammer is a patient result, and sure enough, he walks him. Now they have a lefty-lefty matchup with Eddie Matthews. Schneider is on deck. The pitch to Matthews. Tough result. Hey, struck him out on the baked beans. Gas. Rowe does his job in the ninth. We go to the bottom of the ninth. The Phenom is going to try and close it out. He faces Hunt, Snyder, and Thomas. In the Mets' ninth, they are down a run. It's 5-4. How about extra innings in a doubleheader? Oh, man. All right, Hunt, 1 for 3. The pitch from Schneider is in play. Ground ball, Roy McMillan. No sign of John Shuck, Rock Hudson, or Susan St. James, and McMillan makes the throw to Tommy Aaron for out number 1. Here's Snyder on a 1 for 3. Tripled back in the third. The pitch from Schneider is a ballpark. This is 92. It's in play. Oh, what am I doing? I'm rolling the wrong one. In play on a 92. That is hit on the ground to Bowling. He cuts it off from going into right field. Makes the throw to first, and there's 2 gone in the ninth. Here comes Frank Thomas. Frank Thomas is the last chance saloon for the Mets. Moving into the on-deck circle to bat for Don Skid Row, it's Gil Hodges. I think. Where is he? Yeah, well, he's here somewhere. All right. Schneider, the windup and the delivery to Thomas. That's a tough result. A 67 for Thomas is hit in the air to right. High but not deep. Henry Aaron is under it. And that will be a Braves winner. A 5-4 come-from-behind victory for Milwaukee in the first game of our twin bill tonight. For the we'll give you the totals for the victorious Milwaukee Braves. 5 runs, 10 hits, and they committed no errors. For the Mets, 4 runs, 10 hits. And they committed, boy, Moran really killed them. 1, 2, 3 errors, all by Al Moran. The winning pitcher is Fisher. The save goes to Schneider, the Phenom. And the loss goes to Tracy Stallard in Game 1. All right, Game 2 will be coming up immediately. It'll be for the Braves, Lou Burdette on the mound against right-hander Galen Cisco. For the Mets, Game 2 coming up in just a moment. Okay, we have a couple of in-between game notes for you before we get to the starting lineups for today's second game. Don't forget to tell me if you like double headers in the comments for this video. So, the Braves in my replay are now one game ahead of where they were in real life, or as the kids like to say, IRL. And that means that their record becomes 8-3. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong about that. Nope, I'm right about that. Nope, I'm wrong about that. It is now 9-3. And they extend their lead to a full game in first place in the National League. This is game 2, a game that they lost in real life. And then after this game, this is the, coming up here in game 2, is the 4th game of a 14-game road trip. But get this schedule. After this game, they're going to fly from New York to Los Angeles. And I think you know what I'm going to say in just a minute. Then, after that, they're going to play 2 games in LA. Then they're going to fly to Houston for a series. Then, they're not done. They're going to fly back to San Francisco. Then, after a series with the Giants, they're going to fly to St. Louis and do a series with the Cardinals. And then, they're not done. They're going to Cincinnati for a couple. So, after that, then they fly home. So this is a 5-city, 14-game road trip for the Braves. Yeah. Can you imagine if that was going on today? What the teams, they would go to the media like that about this schedule. But it was 1963 and a different time. All right. So, in game 2, we have Burdette going for Milwaukee. He, of course, is a right-hander. Now, the Braves would be giving up on Burdette in just a couple of months and deal him away, thinking that he was kind of done. That ended up to be a little bit premature. But clearly Bobby Bragan had no use for him, and so they moved him on from Milwaukee. So he is getting the start in game 2 of this doubleheader. Obviously, in the 50s, a Spahn and Burdette doubleheader for the Braves would be pretty much chalked up as a win. But in my replay, also, Burdette is 0-2. Burdette will be opposed by right-hander Galen Cisco for the Mets. And then, as I said, after game 2, they get on the plane and fly to Los Angeles. And boy, are their arms going to be tired. You knew it was coming. That's the thing. If you know it's coming, you can't be surprised. But their arms are going to be really tired. So think about this. They flew from Milwaukee to New York, and then they're going to fly cross-country to LA for 2, and then to Houston. What on earth? All right, so that's where we are at right now. Let's get to the starting lineups for Game 2 of our doubleheader. For the visiting Milwaukee Braves, and of course these are the as-played lineups, my friends, because if we don't, heads explode all over this great land of ours. Leading off in center field, it's Ty Klein. Batting second at second base, Frank Bowling. Batting third in right field, Henry Aaron. Batting fourth at third base, Eddie Matthews. Batting fifth at first base, Norm Larker. Batting sixth in left field, Lee May. Batting seventh, the catcher, Del Crandall in Game 2. And batting eighth, Roy McMillan, the shortstop. On the mound, it's Burdette. He is a pitcher hitting card number 1. As I said, he is 0-2 in my replay, and in real life, 15 starts, 15 games, 13 starts, 4 complete. Good for 84 innings for the Braves. A 6-5 record with a 364 earned run average. You can see on his strikeout totals here, only 28 in 84 innings. Bobby Bragan, I'm quite sure, was thinking he had lost his fastball. And he is going to be leaving on June 12th. So he's got about 7 more weeks to go as a Milwaukee Brave. All right, for the homestanding Mets, it's Jim Hickman leading off in center field. Ron Hunt will bat second at second base. Duke Snider bats third in right field. Frank Thomas bats fourth. He'll play left. Ed Kranepool bats fifth at first base. Charlie Neal bats sixth at third base. Norm Sherry will do the catching in Game 2. He'll bat seventh. Al Moran, fresh off a 3-error performance in Game 1, is going to try and match that feat in Game 2. He'll bat eighth and play shortstop. And Galen Cisco, with pitcher hitting card number 5, is going to do the pitching for the Mets. 51 games for him in 1963. 17 of them starts, 1 complete game, good for 155 innings of work. He was 7-15 with a 4.34 earned run average, and he is, as I said, a right-hander. Here's Ty Klein leading off against Galen Cisco, and that will be a patient result for Ty Klein, and a 31 is going to be a base hit to right field. And Ty Klein gets the game started off in good fashion. Braves going for a sweep. All right, here's bowling. Cisco the stretch, the pitch to Frank. It's a patient result for Frank bowling, and that's going to be a base hit as well. This one's going to go into left field, a hard grounder. Into left, Frank Thomas charges hard, holds Klein at second. There's 2 on now with nobody out in the first, and Henry Aaron coming to the plate. Mets hoping for a double play ball. Cisco the stretch and the delivery to the hammer. It's a tough result. And hey, struck him out on the broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. Here's Eddie Matthews. From Cisco, it's a ballpark result. And 80 will be in play for the left-handed batting Matthews. 49 is hit on the ground to Ed Kranepool at first. We got to check our double play numbers. 6 for Matthews, 7 for Cisco. And Kranepool's going to go to second for 1. That's Al Moran. The relay back to Kranepool is going to be late. And Matthews beats the rap at first. Bowling is retired 3-6 on the fielder's choice. There are now Braves at the corners in the top of the first with 2 outs for Norm Larker. Cisco the stretch and the delivery to Larker is a tough result, and hey, got him on a bender. That retires the side with Galen Cisco's second strikeout. We go to the bottom of the first with no score at the Polo Grounds. So Lou Burdette now will face the Mets order of Hickman, Hunt, and Snider. The top of the order for the Mets in the bottom of the first. Burdette kicks and deals. That's a ballpark result of an 0-5. So that's a hanger to Jim Hickman in his wheelhouse against the right-hander. And that's hit to left and deep, right down the line. Back goes Lee May, and it's gone. A leadoff bomb for Hickman to get the Mets going in the bottom of the first. 1-0 New York. Here comes Hunt. Burdette kicks and deals. A tough result for Ron Hunt, and that's going to be a base hit into left field. Lee May collects this one and gets it back in. Duke Snider comes up, double played up for the Braves. The pitch is an in-play result for the Duke, and that's popped up. Norm Larker on the infield dirt is going to take it for out number 1. Frank Thomas, double play candidate for sure. Burdette winds and deals, a patient result. Thomas with a base hit. This goes to left field. Stopping at second is Hunt. May throws to third base. There's 2 Mets on now with 1 out. They've already got a man in the bottom of the first. Ed Kranepool up. Another good double play candidate. Of course, Lou Burdette threw the sinker. The pitch is an in-play result for Kranepool, and that's popped up. A jam job pop-up. Eddie Matthews on the infield grass takes it for out number 2. And now Charlie Neal. Hunt still at second. Frank Thomas at first. Burdette the stretch, and the delivery to Charlie Neal is a tough result. And hey, got him on the sinker. That will end the Mets first. They get a run on 3 hits and leave 2. We go to the second with your score. Mets 1, Braves nothing. Hey, Crandall and McMillan are coming up for the Braves. 6, 7, 8 in the second inning. Galen Cisco winds and deals. That's an in-play result. And a base hit for Lee May. Goes to the opposite field. Frank Thomas gets it back in. And the Braves have a runner with nobody out in the second. Crandall at the bat. The pitch from Cisco is an in-play result, and this is hit high into left. Frank Thomas toward the line is going to make the catch for out number 1. Comes Roy McMillan. No sign of Susan St. James, Rock Hudson, or John Shuck. 1 out, 1 on for the Braves. The pitch from Cisco to McMillan is a tough result, and that's going to be a base hit for the very hot Roy McMillan. Goes into left field. Stopping at second is May. The Braves have 2 on now with 1 out. Lou Burdette coming to the plate. Burdette is a pretty decent bunter, so we're going to ask him to lay one down. Here we go. Cisco's pitch to him. He squares to bunt, and he does get it down. It's bunted right out in front of home plate. Norm Sherry is going to take the easy out at first by firing down to Ron Hunt, covering there, and the runners move up to second and third. May to third. McMillan to second, and with 2 outs now, it's Ty Klein. Chance to put the Braves at least tie the game. Klein facing Cisco in the first inning single. The pitch from Cisco to Klein is a wheelhouse result, a hanger to Klein, and he hits it sharply on the ground to third. That's Charlie Neal to his left. Plants and throws to Ed Kranepool at first, and that's going to end the Milwaukee Braves' second inning. We go to the bottom of 2, and it's 1-0 Mets. Burdette will face Sherry, Moran, and Cisco in the Mets' second. Oh, not Charlie Neal. Here we go. Here's Norm Sherry catching in game 2. The pitch from Burdette is a tough result for Sherry, and that's going to be a base hit. That goes to center field. Ty Klein cuts it off and gets it back in. The Mets have a leadoff runner. Here's Al Moran coming up. Double play depth for the Braves infield. Let's see if they could ask Moran to bunt here. I don't think so. Burdette the stretch. He's not bunting. It's a ballpark result. The 35 is a hanger to Moran. That's a wheelhouse result against the right-handed Burdette. And it's popped up. Roy McMillan under it and takes it for out number 1. Infield fly, actually. So now it's Cisco at the plate. He is a 5 hitting card. He is an A bunter, so they will ask him to put it down. Casey flashes the signs to whoever it was that was his third base coach in 1963. So Casey could sleep on the bench. This is bunted right out in front of home plate. Del Crandall on it. like a cat, fires down to Frank Bowling, covering at first. And it's a 2-4 sacrifice that gets Sherry into scoring position with 2 outs for Hickman. Burdette the stretch. The pitch to Hickman is a patient result, but too high. Grounded to McMillan. Roy's up with it. Cuts it off from going up the middle. Plants and throws to Norm Larker at first. And that'll retire the Mets in inning number 2. We've played 2 in the Polo Grounds. And it is 1-0 Mets. Bowling, Aaron, and Matthews, 2, 3, 4 coming from Milwaukee in inning number 3. Bowling is 1 for 1. Cisco winds and deals. That's a ballpark result. The 65 will be in play for the right-hander. And it's grounded to Charlie Neal at third. He gloves it by the bag and fires across the diamond to Ed Kranepool for out number 1 in the third. Here's Henry Aaron. He struck out in the first. The pitch from Cisco. Tough result. 63 is hit in the air to right. Duke Snyder back a few steps, but he's got room, and he puts it away for out number 2. And with 2 outs and nobody on, it's Eddie Matthews, the Braves cleanup hitter. The pitch from Cisco is an in-play result, and it's popped up. Jam job. Ron Hunt, just barely into the right field grass, will make the catch for out number 3. And Galen Cisco has his first 1-2-3 inning of the game. Bottom of the third coming, New York 1, Milwaukee nothing. Burdette will also face the 2, 3, 4 hitters in inning number 3. It's Hunt, Snyder, and Thomas coming up for the Mets. And the delivery from Burdette is a ballpark result. That will be a hanger to Hunt. A wheelhouse result. Ron Hunt gets under it and just chops it, which doesn't make sense, but trust me, that's what happened. Eddie Matthews to his left cuts it off and throws to Larker for out number 1. Duke Snyder is 0 for 1. Burdette kicks and deals. This is an in-play result for the Duke, and it's grounded to Frank Bowling, who cuts it off from going into right field and flips to Larker for out number 2. Lou Burdette has righted the ship since the kind of shaky first inning. The pitch from Burdette to Thomas. And, of course, as soon as I say that, we have a wheelhouse result, and it's to right and deep. Thomas down the right field line, going oppo, and it's out of here. 2-0 Mets on a bomb by Frank Thomas down the right field line, and Ed Kranepool comes to the plate with 2 outs and no Mets on base. Burdette, the delivery is in play. Ground ball hit to Bowling. Frank's got it and throws to Larker, and that'll retire the Mets. So until I jinxed Burdette, he was doing okay. He allows a home run in the third, however, and the Mets now lead 2-0 as we go to the top of the fourth. Larker, May, and Crandall, 5, 6, 7 coming in the Milwaukee batting order. Cisco winds and deals. It's a struck him out on the broccoli cauliflower medley with a little nacho cheese. Gas. Lee May over 1 for 1. Cisco kicks and delivers. Another tough result. A 90 is hit to Ron Hunt. He throws to Kranepool for out number 2. Now it's Del Crandall with 2 outs and nobody aboard. Cisco has retired 7 in a row. The pitch to Dell is a patient result and hit in the air to right. Duke Snyder over by the line is going to make the catch for out number 3 in the Braves fourth. We go to the bottom of 4. It's Mets 2, Braves nothing. Burdette will face Neal, Sherry, and Moran in the bottom of the fourth. For the Men, not the G-men, the men from New York. Burdette winds and deals to Neal, who's 0 for 1. This is a defense check, and a 44 is an error chance for Norm Larker. Norm Larker is an error 2. So this may not go well. 1 to 60, and it doesn't. Let's see how bad the damage is going to be. It's off his glove. Rolls toward bowling, and Neal is going to be safe on the E3 by Larker. And now we may try and get clever. Let's see what happens here. We can't really do that. Charlie Neal, a 2F. Nope. So he's an F stealer, and Crandall, I believe, could throw pretty well. He's a 3, so it's a 3F. No, they're not going to send him. So it's going to be Norm Sherry. Could bunt here. Third run looks pretty big. Yeah, I think that sounds good. The delivery from Burdette. Sherry squares to bunt. And he is an he's an F bunter. And that's bunted back to Burdette. He's going to go to second to McMillan for 1, and the relay to Larker is not in time. Sherry bunts into a fielder's choice. But he beats the rapid first. So Moran comes up now with 1 out. Burdette the stretch. The delivery to the Mets shortstop is an in-play result, and that's a base hit for the Mets shortstop. A sharp liner drops in front of Lee May. Stopping at second is Sherry. The Mets have 2 on with 1 out now for Cisco. Burdette in another jam. Cisco, pretty good bunter. Burdette the stretch, the pitch to him. He does square to bunt. And he does get it down. He bunts it toward Eddie Matthews at third, just as he should, and Matthews fires to bowling at first. Runners move up to second and third with 2 outs for Jim Hickman. Big opportunity for the Mets here to extend the lead. Burdette the stretch, and the pitch to the Mets center fielder is a wheelhouse result, and it's to left and deep. Back goes Lee May, and this is the second bomb of the game for Jim Hickman. The third allowed by Lou Burdette. It's a 3-run job, and the Mets lead 5-0 in Game 2. Well, with 2 outs, it'll be Ron Hunt. The pitch is a patient result to Hunt, and he walked him. Trying to get him through the inning. He's due up second in the fifth, Snyder up, and the Braves bullpen's going to get going anyway. So it's going to be Hank Fisher. And Snyder at the plate, he's 0 for 2. Burdette, the stretch and the delivery is in play for the Duke, but he hits it in the air to center. Ty Klein into right center makes the catch for out number 3, but the Mets get 3 on 2 hits. None of the runs are earned, but they're all going to count due to the error by Larker. We're going to go to the 5th with your score. Mets 5, Braves nothing in Game 2 of our twin bill. The good news, of course, for Milwaukee is that on the mound for the Mets is one Galen Cisco, so there is hope. However, he is pitching a shutout at the moment. So, McMillan leads off the fifth. Braves have some work to do. The pitch from Cisco is a patient result, and he hit him. Galen Cisco just dotted the Braves shortstop. McMillan goes down to first, and we are going to see a pinch hitter for Lou Burdette. This will end his day. With 4 innings pitched, 7 hits allowed, 3 of them homers. He walked 1. He struck out 1. Allowed 5 runs, 2 were earned. That's it for Lou. So, coming out to pinch hit will be Mac Jones for Burdette. And Hank Fisher is warming in the bullpen. All right, Cisco, the stretch, checks McMillan at first. The delivery is a patient result that is going to be a walk to Jones. 2 on for the Braves. Good start to the 5th. Ty Klein comes to the plate. He is 1 for 2. Cisco the stretch. The pitch to Ty Klein is a patient result, and there's a base hit for Ty Klein. Goes into center field. Scoring is McMillan. It's 5-1. Stopping at second is Mac Jones. It's an RBI single for Klein, and there's still nobody out for the Braves. Bowling comes to the plate. That's infield playing for 2. Frank is 1 for 2. The pitch from Cisco. Tough result. And a base hit for Bowling. This will go into left field. Around third, comes Mac Jones. He will score. Klein goes to third. There's Braves at the corners and still nobody out. That's going to get Casey's bullpen cooking because Galen Cisco did not have, in 1963, very many long outings, if you know what I'm talking about. So, in the bullpen for the Mets, it's going to be Grover Powell, a left-hander, starting to deal, and Aaron comes to the plate. Mets infield playing for 2. There's still nobody out. There's Braves at the corners. We're in the top of the 5th, and it's 5-2 New York, the pitch. In play, ground ball hit to Cranepool. Double play numbers, 6 for Aaron, 7 for Cisco. And Cranepool goes to Moran at second for 1, and that's all they're going to get. Scoring from third is Klein. It's 5-3. Aaron safe at first on the fielder's choice. Eddie Matthews comes to the plate. And while I would normally not run Aaron here, I really don't want a double play to end this beautiful inning. So Norm Sherry's arm is a 2. Aaron is a B base stealer. And I'm going to send him. All right, here we go. Cisco the pitch to Matthews. Matthews takes. There goes Aaron. The throw down from Norm Sherry to Al Moran at second base is in time. They got him. Oh, man. Oh, I didn't try for the jump. Did he get a jump on a 7? No, he didn't. His hold is a 7, so he holds. Never mind. Just kidding. Eddie Matthews up 0 for 2. The pitch. Patient result. 64. Walked him. 2 on now with 1 out. Casey really wants Cisco to qualify for the win, but we're getting late here. Larker might be his last batter. Grover Powell is ready in the bullpen. Cisco the stretch. The pitch to Larker is a wheelhouse result. But Larker hits it to left. Thomas is under it. Don't want to make the third out at third, so Aaron's going to hold. Lee May comes up. 5-3 Mets. 1 for 2 is May. The pitch to May from Cisco is in play and hit on the ground to third. That's Charlie Neal, who's going to step on the bag himself, and that is going to retire the Braves in the 5th. But they get 3 on a couple of hits. They leave 2. We go to the bottom of the 5th with your score. Mets 5, Braves 3. Braves coming back. We'll have a change here for the Braves. It'll be Mac Jones, going to left field. Yes, Jones will play left field. Lee May comes out. The new pitcher is Hank Fisher. He will bat in the 6th spot and try and do some long relief work here for the Braves and manager Bobby Bragan. Fisher's been up and down, as you know, in this season, but we're using him now. Now in the bullpen for the Braves, we're going to get some additional activity moving. And it's going to be Bob Sadowski starting to throw. Thomas is 2 for 2. So Fisher to Thomas. It's 5-3. We're halfway through this one. Mets are up 5-3. The pitch from Fisher is a tough result. A 53 to Thomas is grounded to Larker. He's going to take it to the bag himself for out number 1. Ed Kranepool up now. He's 0 for 2. Fisher winds and deals. That is a patient result, and he walked Kranepool. All right, 1 out, 1 on for the Mets. Neal up. He's 0 for 2. Braves looking for a double play. The pitch is a tough result, and hey, struck. Yeah, I'm out. Baked beans. Gas. Hank Fisher bringing it. 2 down. Second strikeout for Neal. First strikeout for Fisher. Norm Sherry up. He's 1 for 2. 2 down. Kranepool at first. Fisher the stretch and the delivery to Sherry. Hey, struck. Yeah, I'm out. Pork and beans. Gas. We are through 5, and the Braves are back in this game. Mets 5, Braves 3. And we got to make a decision about Galen Cisco. And that didn't take long. Casey's going to go with Grover Powell. He had 20 games in 1963. 4 of them starts, 1 complete game. 49 innings. He was 1-1 with a 272 earned run average, and he was a left-handed pitcher. Crandall, McMillan, and Mac Jones, righty-righty lefty, coming up in the Braves 6. 5-3 ball game now. Dell is 0 for 2. The pitch from Grover Powell is a patient result, and Crandall hits it in the air to right. So he's going to drive the Duke back near the track, but he's got room and puts it away for out number 1. Here's McMillan. The pitch from Grover Powell is a tough result. McMillan, base hit. Goes into left field. Frank Thomas gets it back in. That'll bring up Mac Jones for a lefty-lefty matchup. Could hit for him here. But I'm not going to. Powell the stretch. The delivery to Jones is a tough result. A 44. He struck him out. He got him on a bender. 2 gone in the 6th, and Ty Klein coming up. He's 2 for 3. I could hit for him too. Let's see who's on the bench here. We got Torrey, Tommy Aaron, I'm going to let him go. I'm going to let Klein go here and to save my pinch hitters for later. Klein is 2 for 3. Powell the stretch and the delivery to Ty Klein is a tough result, and hey, got him on a bender. That will end the Braves' 6th. I hope I don't end up regretting that. We go to the bottom of 6 with your score. Mets 5, Braves 3. Hank Fisher out for inning number 2. He'll face Al Moran. Got to be careful how you say that. Then he'll face Powell, and then the top of the order with Jim Hickman. I got to grab Grover Powell's hitting card because he will bat. There's his card. He's a 9 at the plate. All right. So Moran leads it off. Here we go against Hank Fisher. Tough result, and hey, struck him out. He humped up on that fastball, and Hank Fisher has struck out 3 in a row. Here comes Grover Powell. The pitch. A tough result for Powell. Hey, struck him out. Look at Fisher. Pumping gas. 4 strikeouts, 2 down in the 6th, and it's Hickman with 2 bombs today. Bobby Bragan is just pointing at his own head, but Fisher doesn't see him. The pitch is a ballpark result, and it's another hanger to Hickman. Wheelhouse against the right-hander, and it's to left and deep. Hank Fisher hung one, and Hickman just lost it for him. His 3rd of the game. 6-3 Mets. Solo shots for Hickman in the 1st and 6th, and a 3-run job in the 4th. Hickman's got 5 of the 6 Mets RBIs on the day. Yikes. Jim Hickman has 3 bombs. All right, Hunt. 1 for 2. And I'm already regretting not hitting in for Jones or Klein in the 6th. Tough result for Hunt. Hey, struck him out. He humped up on that fastball, but 1 batter too late. He couldn't get one by Hickman. We go to the 7th. Mets 6. Braves 3. Bowling, Aaron, and Matthews coming up in the Milwaukee 7th. Got to get to the airport in a hurry after the game. We got a cross-country flight, which in 1963 took about 3 days. I'm thinking, oh, that one's going to be a long one. That one is going to be a long one. A 1963 transcontinental flight. Are you kidding me? Yeah, their arms are going to be tired. All right, Bowling is 2 for 3. The pitch from Powell. Patient result. And a base hit off the left-hander into center field. There's a start. Bowling with his 3rd hit of the game. The Mets are going to get the bullpen cooking. Larry Bernarth is going to start to throw. He will be joined by Ken McKenzie. Yeah, all right. Henry Aaron comes to the plate against the left-hander. Then the Braves have 2 lefties, Matthews and Larker, which is doubtless why Powell is still in the game. The pitch to Aaron is a defense check. That's a 14. And that'll be a range. To the kitchen. Oh my God, I smell gas. It's a range check. Charlie Neal is at third. It's the range check for him. His range is an F, like in Frank. 1 to 64, it's going to scoot by him. And it does, in fact, scoot by Charlie Neal. And this one is going to be a base hit. He knocks it down. Doesn't go far, but it is going to be a hit for Aaron. Bowling safe at second. Braves bring the tying run to the plate in Eddie Matthews, and we know what he did in Game 1. Double play depth for the Mets, lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch from Powell to Matthews. Patient result, and he walked him. Bases dripping with Braves for Larker. Bernarth and McKenzie are ready in the bullpen. Larker is 0 for 3. If I hit for him, I know who's coming. It'll be Bernarth. So if I go to Tommy Aaron here, it'll be Bernarth. So do I want Tommy Aaron, to face Bernarth, or do I want Larker to face Powell? Or I could go to Joe Torre here. Hank Fisher is standing in the on-deck circle, but nobody believes that's going to happen. Yeah, I'm going to go to Torre. Torre's going to hit for Larker. And that will spell doom for Grover Powell. So it's going to be Larry Bernarth to take over. Now, Powell went 1 inning plus, allowed 3 hits, a walk, struck out 2. Hasn't allowed any runs yet, but the bases are dripping with Braves, so any and all of those runners are his responsibility. Bernarth, the right-handed pitcher. Still in the Mets bullpen is left-hander Ken McKenzie. He is now being joined by Carl Willie, a former Brave, in fact, in their salad days in the 50s. All right. Mets infield playing for 2. It's Torre up there against Bernarth. Fisher still standing in the on-deck circle. They're not even giving him a bat. The pitch. Tough result. Tough result for Torre. It's grounded to Neal at third. Are you kidding me? Double play numbers. 9 for Torre, 8 for Bernarth. Neal goes to Hunt for 1, and the relay to Cranepool is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing, around-the-horn double play turned by the Mets. Bowling scores from third, but the Mets get what they wanted, a twin killing. Aaron moves to third. There's 2 outs now, and it's 6-4 Mets. Bobby Bragan just yanked Hank Fisher back in the dugout by his neck. It's gonna be a pinch hitter for for Hank Fisher. And it's going to be the little used and even less thought of Amato Samuel. That's right. Sammy, as we call him in the business, is batting for Hank Fisher. Got a big run at third. can cut the lead to 1 if Amato Samuel comes through with a hit here. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? It's a right-handed pitcher, so I'm not using Amato Samuel. That was just a cruel joke on Amato. Instead, it's going to be... Oh, boy. It's going to be Len Gabrielson, who might put a charge into 1 here off Bernarth. Now, the Mets have a choice. Gabrielson will bat for Fisher. The Mets can go to McKenzie here, but that burns Bernarth. So they're going to leave Bernarth in. He's facing the tying run at the plate in Gabrielson. Amato Samuel is pouting on the far end of the dugout. The pitch. Tough result, and that's hit to right. Going to drive Snyder back. Warning track, but no further. The Duke makes the catch. The Braves load the bases with nobody out, and they only get 1. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch them out at the Polo Grounds. With your score, Mets 6, Braves 4. New Braves first baseman will be Joe Torre. And we're going to get a new Braves pitcher as well. And that will be Bob Sadowski. So it's Fisher after Burdette, and now it's Sadowski after Fisher. Sadowski will bat in the 6th spot. And he takes over in the bottom of the 7th. Bob Sadowski in 1963 had 19 games, 18 of them starts, 5 complete games, good for 116 innings of work. He was 5-7 with a 262. All right, so it's Snyder, Thomas, and Cranepool, the meat, if that's the expression I'm looking for, of the Mets order in inning number 7. Casey Stengel's looking for insurance, or as they say in Central Illinois, insurance. And it's a 6-4 Mets lead. The pitch. Tough result for the Duke. And he hits it in the air to left. Mac Jones in his tracks is going to make the catch for out number 1. Frank Thomas hit a bomb in the 3rd to account for all the scoring not accounted for by Jim Hickman in this game for the New Yorkers. The pitch. Patient result. Thomas to right. No, I'm sorry, to left, excuse me. Jones one more time is going to make the catch, and here comes Ed Cranepool. Cranepool 0 for 2. The pitch from Sadowski is in play for Cranepool, and a base hit for Ed Cranepool to left field. Drops in front of Jones. Getting it back in is Mac Jones. Charlie Neal comes to the plate. He has not had a good day, but always an opportunity to turn it around. The pitch from Sadowski in play. Ground ball, Macmillan. He's going to flip to bowling at second covering, and they'll get the putout to end the 7th. We go to the 8th with your score. Mets 6, Braves 4. Crandall, McMillan, and Jones coming against Bernarth. McKenzie has taken a seat in Casey Stengel's bullpen. It looks like they're going, and so has Willie, if you know what I mean. And it looks like they're going with Bernarth. Del Crandall is 0 for 3. The pitch to Del is a defense check. That's a 71. It'll be an error check for Charlie Neal. He's having a day on the level of Al Moran in Game 1. That right side, I'm sorry, the left side of the Mets infield, not good today. Error check will be a 3 for Neal. 1-53. He's going to boot it, and he did. Clank. Now, how bad's the error? He picked it up, and he just launched it over Ed Kranepool's head. Going down the right field, foul territory. Ron Hunt's got to run it down, and that's going to take a while. Del Crandall's going to get to second on the E5 by Charlie Neal. Here comes McMillan. He's the tying run. Bernarth. The stretch, the delivery. Mets looking for a double play grounder. Base hit, McMillan off of the right-hander. This goes into short left field. Just out of the reach of the aforementioned Al Moran. And Crandall goes to third. There's Braves at the corners with nobody out in the eighth. Now the bullpen starts again for Casey. McKenzie and Willie are throwing with enthusiasm. Mac Jones is at the plate. The Mets infield at double plate up. The long one, and the Braves lead. Bernarth the stretch. The delivery is patient. And that's going to be a base hit for Mac Jones. Goes into left field, into the opposite field. Scoring is Crandall. It's 6-5. Stopping at second is McMillan. There's still nobody out in the Braves' eighth. Ty Klein comes up. Here comes Casey. That's going to do it for Bernarth. And Ken McKenzie is going to take over, and we're going to see a double switch. Casey can't stand to watch any more of Charlie Neal's hijinks at third base, so it's going to be a double switch that removes Neal. From the proceedings, and not a moment too soon for Mets fans. Rod Kaniel is going to take over at third. All right, and he will bat ninth. So Neal is done. You can stick a fork in him. Bernarth is likewise done after an inning. His run is not earned yet, but there is that potential in the future. Ken McKenzie in 1963 had 34 games, none of them starts, 3 saves, 58 innings of work. He was 3-1 with a .497. All right. So, McKenzie is the fourth Mets pitcher. He is taking on Ty Klein. It's a lefty-lefty matchup. So, with Bowling on deck, and he's 3 for 4. The pitch to Ty Klein from the left-handed Ken McKenzie. And he's going to lay it down. He squares to bunt. It goes back to McKenzie to his right. McKenzie picks it up and fires to Hunt, covering at first, and that's going to move the base runners up to second and third. McMillan to third, Jones to second. Bowling comes up, first base is open. All right, 1 out. Infield is going to play in for the Mets. It's 6-5 New York. We're in the top of the 8th, game 2 of our twin bill. McKenzie, the stretch and the delivery is a patient result. And he walked you. Well, that's bad news for the Mets because now the bases are loaded for the hammer, Henry Aaron. And they really wanted first base open so they could walk Aaron and go after Matthews with a lefty-lefty matchup, but that can't happen now. Bases are loaded with Braves. McMillan at third, Jones at second, and now Bowling at first. Only one man out. If they go to Willie, then, well, they're going to stick with McKenzie. Field playing for 2 now. They got a double play set up. Aaron is 1 for 4. He's got an RBI. The pitch in play for Aaron, and it's going to be a base hit. Up the middle. Charging hard is Hickman. McMillan scores. It's 6-6. Jones is being waved. Hickman's throw comes home, and it's cut off by Cranepool. 7-6 Braves on a 2-run single by Henry Aaron. Bowling goes to third. They're threatening for more. Now the Mets infield moves in. Matthews at the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup. Mets down a run now. 7-6. The pitch is a defense check. That will be a range check for Ron Hunt. Ron Hunt's range is a D. And D in this case does not stand for dandy. 53-99, he's going to make the play. And it's through for a base hit into right field. Scoring is Bowling. It's 8-6. Aaron stops at second. RBI single by Matthews, and here comes Casey again, and he wants Carl Willie from his bullpen. Carlton Willie is the 5th Mets pitcher of Game 2. We're in the top of the 8th. Right-hander, 30 games, 28 starts, 7 complete, good for 183 innings. He was 9-14 with a 3.10. The Braves have Aaron at second, Matthews at first, and now Joe Torre coming up. Sadowski is in the on-deck circle, and once more, Bobby Bragan is not letting the pitcher have a bat in the on-deck circle. So Sadowski is doing jumping jacks instead of swinging a bat. Shades of Eddie Stanky in 1950. All right, Carl Willie the stretch. The pitch to Torre. A hanger to Torre. It's in his wheelhouse. Hit to center. Under it is Hickman. He's going to make the catch. A short fly, so Aaron can't tag up in advance, and that'll bring up Sadowski, or will it? Yeah, they're gonna go with Sadowski to bat here. He's not a good hitter. That's not a word you'd use to describe him. He's a 1. Willie the stretch, the delivery to Sadowski is a tough result, and hey, struck him. That was baked beans. Gas from Willie. A long inning as the Braves batter on. They get 4 in their 8th. On 4 hits, there was an error, there was a walk, and a whole lot of Mets ugliness. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Braves 8, Mets 6. Braves are closing in on a sweep of this doubleheader. Norm Sherry, and I shouldn't have said that, should I? That's probably a big old jinx right there. Norm Sherry, Al Moran, and Rod Keneal. 7, 8, 9 in Casey's order coming up in the 8th. So let's see what the options are against Bob Sadowski here. Wow. All right, so Choo Choo is going to bat for Sherry to get things started in the Mets' 8th. And he will doubtless do the catching in inning number 9. Bob Sadowski winds and deals. This is a tough result, and that is a 67. Ground ball, Roy McMillan. He waves to Susan St. James and makes the throw to Joe Torre at first base for out number 1. Here comes Al Moran. 1 for 3. Sadowski kicks and deals. Tough result. Moran hits it in the air. Dying quail. Here comes Henry Aaron, and he's going to make the catch for out number 2. Rod Keneal now. His first at bat after coming in for the beleaguered Charlie Neal. The pitch from Sadowski. Tough result. Hey, struck him out. Gas. 3 up, 3 down for Sadowski in the Mets 8th. We go to the 9th with your score. Braves 8, Mets 6. Willie is coming out. Casey Stengel is sending out his Willie. You knew I was going there. You knew it was going to happen, so you can't be surprised. Crandall, McMillan, and Mac Jones, righty, lefty, in the Braves 9th. The pitch. Tough result, 76. Hit in the air to center for Dell. Hickman is there for 1 out. Roy McMillan is 3 for 3. He's been on 4 times. He's scored 2 runs. Willie winds and deals. That's a ballpark check. It's a 54. That's a wheelhouse. Carlton Willie with a hanger to McMillan. And it's hit weakly to Ed Kranepool, who's going to take it himself. Sometimes hangers don't work out. And now Mac Jones. In Montreal, they'd call him the mayor of Jonestown. Bobby Bragan called him late for dinner. The pitch for Carlton Willie, it's a wheelhouse to Jones. Base hit for Mac Jones into center field. His second hit of the game, and that'll bring up Klein with 2 outs and Jones at first. In play for Klein, it's grounded to Keneal at third. He's going to go the short way to Ron Hunt, and that's going to retire the Braves in the 9th. But we go to the bottom of the 9th, and the Braves are 3 outs from finishing the deal. Sadowski is out there. He is qualified for the win in Game 2 of our twin bill. Braves won Game 1 5-4. And they're closing in on this one 8-6. But Jim Hickman leads it off, and he's going for his 4th bomb of the game. Then it'll be Hunt and Snyder at the top of the Mets order in the 9th inning. Sadowski's got a 2-run cushion. The pitch to Hickman is a tough result. And hey, struck out Hickman. He got him on a bender. Second strikeout for Sadowski, and 1 gone in the 9th. Ron Hunt is 1 for 3. The pitch to him. Patient result. He walked him. Gonna bring up the Duke Snyder. And now Bobby Bragan's gonna get that bullpen cooking again. Claude Ramon is going to get up. And so is Denny LeMaster. Lefty-righty double-barreled action, just the way Bobby Bragan likes it whenever he's in the Big Apple. Duke Snyder is the tying run at the plate. But he's 0 for 4, a dangerous 0 for 4. Frank Thomas is on deck. The pitch from Sadowski is an in-play result, and that is grounded to Bowling. Double play chance. 5 for Snyder, 7 for Sadowski. Bowling goes to McMillan for 1. The relay to Torre is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing, and game-ending 4-6-3 double play turned by Milwaukee, and they get a sweep of the twin bill. Your totals, wow, go like this. For the victorious and visiting Milwaukee Braves, 8 runs, 12 hits, all of them singles, and 1 error, which at the time looked big. The Mets, 6 runs, 9 hits, and they committed 1 error that you could count, but Neal did not have a good day in the field. Winning pitcher is Bob Sadowski, the losing pitcher Larry Bernarth. The Braves' record now increases to 10-3, and they remain in first place by a full game now. No, a game and a half. They're in first place by a game and a half in the National League. They are about to board their cross-continental 1963 airplane flight that will take 3 days to Los Angeles, where they will take on the Dodgers in a brief 2-game set before leaving for Houston. The opposing pitchers in our next game will be Bob Hendley for the Braves, and he will be opposed by right-hander Don Drysdale for the Dodgers. Should be a good one. Hope you'll join us. Don't forget to check out channel membership. The link is in the description for this video. And let me know how you enjoy a doubleheader on my channel. Thank you for being with me. Hope you have a good evening. So long, everybody.